Hello and welcome to another Triple JD video, and here we are racing at Singapore with the Race 100 team. This is my best qualifying lap, so just coming up through the final two corners onto the pit straight. Down the pit straight, down towards turns 1, 2 and 3, very fast. As you can see, I'm on intermediate tyres. The best times were set at the beginning of the session. This was about 3 or 4 minutes towards the end of the session. I was not out at the beginning of the session, so not expecting to do that well as the rain's got slightly heavier since through turn 5, then up towards turn 6 and 7, flat out despite it being wet, up to 7th gear. We're braking at the 100 meter board, 2 tenths down at this point. There's a car up behind me, but I'm on a flying lap, so I'm not going to let him go. We'll glance back at him there. Up now through turn 8 and now towards turn 9, attacking the curbs, doing everything he can to get the best lap possible out of this. Now up to the newly developed turn 10. Nicely through there. Now the quick chicane before you go over the bridge towards the left hand hairpin of turn 13. He's through there nicely. Now down towards the right hand side. Damaso has given up on his lap and given up on the session. He's a little wide there through turn 14, and now we've got the going through the bay section now. Right, left, left, right, right, left. Through here, he's all over the curbs, trying to get on the throttle as early as possible. Through under the bridge. Nice line through there, nicely up on the curbs. Little swap ends on the exit there, and now he's a little wide through turns 19 and 20. Oh, there's a big slide there, a big slide, but then coming up to the final two corners, he's trying to hold the speed up, go over the line, and it puts him 5th. So as you can see there, Jay Wood on pole position from Silent, Mateus in 3rd, with Dan 4th, and Jack in 5th place, with the fast starting Caterhams in 6th and 7th place behind. He's got to try and keep them behind at the start. And now to the start of the race then. Jay Wood, as you can see, then on pole position with the Williams of Silent alongside him. Matt in 3rd in the Red Bull, with the 2 Ferraris of Dan and Jack 4th and 5th. The 2 Caterhams 6th and 7th. Bernardo qualifying ahead of Damaso on this occasion. Now we're just waiting for the lights to get us going. 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and we're away. We're away, and Jack gets his traditionally bad start, and we know that the fast starting Caterhams are behind him. And there's a little knock there by Damaso behind. Bernardo has already gone through. Jack then trying to avoid the back of Bernardo as they go through turn 3 then. And there's a collision there between Jack and Damaso on the right hand side. There's a possibility there that the two just ran out of space. I think Jack then tried to come over on the racing line thinking that he wasn't there. He's now attacking Mikey down the back straight through turn 6 towards turn 7. Poor straight line speed though because of the setup. He's gone for a wet weather setup. Mikey then so much faster, but he's gone out wide. He's gone out wide, and now Jack turns to take that 8th place. So despite starting 5th and having a bad start, he's down in 8th. Santander ahead of him in the Force India. Now let's see what he can do about him and see if he can get away from Mikey. Now at the beginning of lap 4, and Jack all over the back of Santander at the moment, coming through turns 1, 2 and 3. Biding his time, see if he can get DRS down towards turn 7. Maybe he can have a move down there despite his straight line disadvantage. Expect Mikey to have a go perhaps, and it's very wide there from Jack. He's got to keep an eye behind him on Mikey. How far away? He's nowhere near Santander towards the corner. Mikey's nowhere near here either actually. And now through turn 7, Santander's a bit wide, losing a little bit over the curve. Jack diving up the inside then in towards turn 8. And he's made it stick over the curbs. He's into 7th place. Santander trying to fight back around the outside. On the curves, he's a little bit wide. There's contact, there's contact. Oh, there's lots of contact there between Jack and Santander. And well, it's hard to say what happened there from that angle. It looked like then, again, that Jack just tried to take the racing line thinking that Santander wasn't there. That was very Very dodgy. Jack now trying to pull away from Santander. We're now on lap 5. Coming up then through turns 11 and 12 up towards the hairpin of 13. We've got KJW ahead of us in 6th place. Santander behind us a little bit wide then through Jack through there. We've got KJW there in the distance. We've got a little bit of a gap there. Damaso's lost connection. Damaso then out of the race. And Jack coming up this side. KJW's in the wall. KJW in the wall. Without a front wing, he's crashed into the wall. And Jack manages to take that 6th place. Santander manages to get past as well, I believe. Yes, he has. KJW then into the wall. Jack then managing to make his way back up to 6th place. Only 1 place now behind where he started. Jack now then starting lap 8. Dan does the fast lap 1:47.6. That's 1.1 seconds faster than the lap that Jack has just done, which is also his fastest. Tyres beginning to get a bit worn then. We're on lap 8. Going through up towards turn 5. Down towards the long straight. He's in a bit of no man's land at the moment than Jack. He's got 3.5 seconds either side of him. Bernardo in front, Santander behind. Just he's on the move though. He is gaining on Bernardo. He has been gaining since KJW's incident. He's made up 3 seconds in 3 laps since then. He's taken another few tenths out of him there and pulled away from Santander a little bit as we come up now then towards turn 8 and now then up towards turn 9. And Bernardo's in the wall. There it is, Bernardo in the wall. Jack up to 5th place. Safety car deployed. Safety car out. Bernardo in the wall. Bernardo out of the race. And now, well, there's a gap between the top 4 and Jack. And Jack, I guess then, well, he's got Dan's in the lead. I don't think he'll hold him up in the pits. I think Dan will be gone before Jack can get anywhere near the pits. But at the moment then, it looks like Jack then back up to where he started, and we're going to have a reset basically. Wonder how many of the cars are going to be coming into the pits. As you can see then on the radar, the top 4 coming up then towards the final few corners. We can see who comes in the pits here then. So Dan's coming in. We've got Daniel coming in. We've got Silent coming in. Matt coming in. But Jaywood is staying out. Jaywood is staying out for another lap. And, well, is that going to cost him? Is that going to cost him? Is Jack coming in? Yes, he is. I'm wondering about the cars behind. So what's going to happen now? Then Jack then into the pits. Wonder what tyres he's going to put on. They've got a front wing ready. They're going to change the front wing that he damaged at the start. Is that going to cost him a place to Santander as well? Into the pits. They're putting more option tyres on the car. They're changing the front wing. Out it goes. Fast stop. Considering they have to change the front wing. Santander just into his box. And I think Jack's going to keep the position. Yes, he does. Santander is he's a lot closer. But he's okay. And Mikey then out behind. And now, as they come out to the pit lane. There it is. Now down through the tight pit exit of the Singapore circuit. Now up to the, well, it is a hairpin from the pit lane exit of turn 3. Now up towards the safety car. So the safety car then has been out for 2 laps. We're now on lap 10. We've got a bit of a reset then. Dan in the lead. He is on prime tyres. He is on the white marked prime tyres with Matt behind him in 2nd place with Silent 3rd. Jack in 4th. Santander in 5th. Jaywood then did make a stop at the end of lap 9. It did cost him some time. The safety car in then. Dan is away. Jack's got a good exit then out of the last corner. He's going to come towards Silent then. Down towards turn 1. He's looking down the inside. He brakes very early though. Keeps the position. Santander very close behind him. And now Matt trying to attack Dan for the lead up ahead. Matt then on the outside. Dan on the inside. Coming up towards turn 5. Matt then forced a little bit wide. Silent's going through. Silent takes 2nd position from Matt. Now Jack is in the slipstream of Matt. Matt then got poor exit out of turn 5. He was squeezed by Dan. Jack now trying to go one way. Matt is going all over the place trying to keep the position. Into turn 7 on the inside. He manages to keep it for the time being. Meanwhile up the front then Silent all over the back of Dan now. They're side by side going into turn 9. And Silent with the switchback. Silent and down the inside. Silent down the inside towards turn 10. And he's through into the lead. Silent and through into the lead. Dan down to 2nd. Matt in 3rd. Jack now trying to get back onto the back of Matt's car. Matt trying to attack Dan. Down the long straight towards the 2nd sector. Turn 14. Matt's got a good slipstream on Dan. Matt looking down the inside. Daniel then on the prime tyres is really costing. There's a bit of contact there maybe. Dan's been squeezed out. And Jack trying to come on the inside of his teammate. Daniel going backwards on this lap. He really is going backwards. Dan trying to hang out around the outside. And manages to hold on to it. Jack then does the switchback. This is risky down here towards the bay underneath the bridge. Jack backs out of it wisely. And Matt's in the wall. Dan's crashed into Matt. Matt in the wall. And Dan's been caught up in it. Jack then manages to avoid it. Goes up into second. Safety car out again. Safety car is out again. Where has that left Dan? We saw Matt in the wall. Silent then leads. Jack is in second. Jack up to second with Santander third. And then, well, that was a very hectic lap. Dan then is in fourth place and he has not pitted. So it doesn't seem like he's had enough damage to warrant a pit stop. But, well, what a lap that was. And now the safety car's back out again. And now, Jack able to catch. Silent got a 3-second lead on that lap while Daniel was holding up the others in the Ferrari. And now coming up towards the first sector, down towards turn 7, up behind the safety car. And Silent's off the road. Silent is off the road. Jack then trying to hold back, and then, oh, Jack's gone through. Jack has gone past, and he's been given a penalty for illegal overtaking. Jack then into the lead. Silent off the road, but Jack has been given a drive-through penalty for illegal overtaking. I think that is very harsh. Jack then tried to let Silent go by, and it just did not happen. Well, Silent seemed to just sort of disappear for a moment and then ended up back behind Jack. And Jack then into the lead, but with a drive-through penalty, which of course you can't serve under safety car conditions. You cannot serve under safety car conditions. And this means that he'll have to wait until the safety car comes in, and that will put him right at the back of the pack. So, well, it's a completely different ball game now for Jack. He's currently showing in first, but, well, really, he's going to be right at the back by the time the end of this safety car period hits, or at least a couple of laps after that anyway. So, well, it's difficult to know what to do for him now. He's just got to drive around, wait for the safety car to come in. The Ferrari mechanics are coming out into the pit lane with a set of prime tyres, so maybe they're just going to change his strategy. He's going to be at the back anyway. Perhaps they'll give him another lap on the prime tyres. Bring him in, change him onto prime tyres so we can go longer. We know that there's rain predicted in this Grand Prix. Maybe he can go longer in the stint and then serve the drive-through. He'll be at the back anyway, so perhaps this is just a tactical move. Bring him in. There's no value having him out there if he'll be better off on the prime tyres. As long as he has pace now. We saw what happened with Dan. Dan was going backwards on the prime tyres. If Jack can make them work, then he'll be fine. But if not, then he could just end up falling further behind even after his penalty, and then he could really be trailing. So now coming out the pit lane and now trying to chase the pack. And he hasn't come out in last, actually. Northern Thunder still yet to catch the safety car. And, well, there we are. Now we've rejoined Jack on lap 13. On the prime tyres, he is at the back. Northern Thunder still trying to catch the pack. He's nearly there. I think he'll just about make it. The pack is really, really close together here. And, oh, there's nearly contact there between KJW and Jack. Really close together. And now the safety car is about to come in. And Jack's going to serve his penalty immediately. Doesn't want to lose any time in traffic. He's going to serve it now. Maybe others will lose time. Doing the same thing. Battling with each other. Lose a few seconds here and there that Jack can make up in clear air. So coming through the pit lane now. Just waiting for the end of the pit lane so he can get back off the speed limiter and rejoin the track. And now it's just a matter of trying to catch the pack.
Weather report suggests light rain for approximately 10 minutes.
Jack now coming up the end of lap 17. He's still in 8th place. Dan is currently in 7th. His teammates, the Ferraris, is currently 7th and 8th. So they're not having a very good start to this Grand Prix. He's very wide through the last corner though, Jack. And now he's got Jaywood exiting the pit lane there. He's going to be very close on the inside. Jack runs a little wide through turn 1. He's over the curbs on turn 2, but he's managed to just about squeeze through. And now then he is up to 7th. Dan moving up to 6th. Jaywood down to 8th. But Jaywood then on the option tyres, brand new option tyres. He will soon be all over the back of Jack, I suspect. And now coming up towards the final couple of corners, turns 22 and 23. And now onto the pit straight. Jack then flying down the pit straight. He's got Jaywood coming up alongside him. Jaywood down the inside. Jack doesn't fight him too hard. He knows that he's on faster tyres. Is Jaywood, so Jaywood then goes by, takes that 7th position. Jack then falls back down to 8th. Now we're just waiting, and Jack just waiting for something to happen, really waiting for another safety car or some rain to help him out. He is beginning to lose time on these prime tyres. They are 5 or 6 laps old now. He's very wide through turn 7. He's losing grip, you can see that. And through turn 8, a slide through turn 8 as well. He really is beginning to struggle. As you can see, Jaywood pulling away massively there. So the field then, under the safety car, about to just coming through the bridge towards the end of the lap. And this rain is coming down. They're all on dry tyres. Safety car coming in at the end of the lap, and I reckon that a few might be coming in for inters as well. So let's look at the front then. KJW is in the lead at the moment. He is coming in. Dan coming in. Santander coming in. Silent is staying out. The two Ferraris, both Ferraris coming in. They're going to have to queue. Silent's making a last minute decision to come in. And there's carnage. There's a loss of front wing in the pit lane. I think that was the Force India of Santander. And, well, KJW can't get out. Jack is having to queue behind his teammate, and KJW cannot get out. Jack then moves forward as Dan leaves. KJW then was in the lead. He's now come out in 6th place. And now Jack, who was 5th, is now going to rejoin 7th because of his teammate. What? That was absolute carnage going through the pit lane entry there under the safety car. And that was absolute mayhem. Jack then rejoining the track. Even Silent has managed to get ahead of Jack on that pit lane because of the stacking that he had to do. Ferrari, the only two having to stack on that occasion. And now Buddy Lee leads. He stayed out on dry tyres. You can see how the track's getting wetter. And now Santander without a front wing, it looks like there. Santander struggling around without a front wing. Jack then trying to make his way through. It's very, very difficult out there. Just trying to keep a close eye on the front of Santander's car. We can't really tell from here. Jack then trying to make his way through. See what... he's driving okay, is Santander. He's not the fastest, but well, is Jack being held up? I think he is being held up. Santander really struggling. There it is. Now Jack then goes through down the inside into the base section, and yes, you're right. Santander is missing a front wing, and Jack then coming up then through the last couple of corners, and now coming up towards turns 22 and 23. He's coming in the pits. Jack is coming in the pits. He only came in on the previous lap. He's coming in the pits. Santander will be behind him. I'm sure he'll be following him in for the new front wing. He's crashed. Santander crashed. Santander out of the Grand Prix. Is that going to mean another safety car? And Jack's put on full wets. Jack has put on full wet tyres. Santander out of the Grand Prix. Well, so now safety car is not coming out by the looks of it. There is no safety car. Jack has just come out on full wet tyres. Is it wet enough? I think Jack playing the safe option, but now we're going to find out, is it a safe option? He's understeering heavily in turn 3, nearly in the wall. He touched the wall. Now in lap 25. Jack then trying to get his full wet tyres up to speed. It looks like that they are now beginning to be the right tyre. He's got Buddy Lee in the Force India ahead of him. Buddy Lee 4 seconds ahead in that Force India. You can see him there just in the distance. Jack then coming up to turn 8. Just about managing to keep it all pointing the right way. The conditions becoming very difficult now for all of them, I would say. And but Jack then, it definitely looks like that the full wets have definitely come to Jack now. and now he's able to put the hammer. That was a little bit of oversteer there. He had to correct. Over turns 11 and 12 now up to the hairpin of 13. Look how much he gained on Buddy Lee. The gap was 4 seconds in the first sector. Now, well, we've got to find out what it is in the middle sector. He's taken massive chunk out of it. It's less than a second. And Buddy Lee's in the wall. Buddy Lee's in the wall. I don't think there's any damage there, but he's on intermediate tyres. And now you can tell that the full wets are definitely the tyre to be on as Jack breezes past Buddy Lee for 5th place. He's finding it quite difficult to control the car, but at the moment, it all seems okay. He's just coming under the bay area. But yes, Jack then definitely much better off on these full wets. He probably came in a lap earlier than he should have done, but now the full wets are definitely the tyre to be on as he comes through the last 2 corners, that corner 22 and 23 onto the pit straight. Northern Thunder in the pits, probably for the same thing, and he is now up to 4th. KJW in 3rd, Dan in the lead. So Dan in the Ferrari back into the lead ahead of Silent in 2nd, KJW 3rd, Jack in 4th, Northern Thunder in 5th with Buddy Lee in 6th. And now, with the order still the same, we're now then about to start lap 28. Jack has caught KJW and is now trying to make a move on him for 3rd place for a podium position. KJW going defensive early. He realised that Jack is nowhere near alongside him. Manages to take the racing line again. Jack takes that wider line through turn 1. There's a slide over the curb. If anything, it helped him go through turn 3. Opened up the angle a little bit. Now they're coming up to turn 5. KJW a bit wide. KJW is a bit wide now. Going defensive. Up towards turn 6. But now then Jack's going to be on the inside for turn 7. And he's already through. Jack already through up to 3rd place. A little bit wide on the exit there. But it looks like he's going to hang on to it. The gap's 17 seconds to Silent in 2nd place. But Jack has got the move done. He is into that podium position. And he is now up to 3rd. Jack now then on lap 31 of 61. We have only just reached half distance. And it has been a very hectic Grand Prix so far. The gap to Silent is now 19 seconds. So Jack losing a little bit of time to the top 2. And now going up to turn 8. He's gone off. Oh, he's going to hit the wall. No, he's decided to turn out of the corner, go down the runoff area. Very clever last minute thing to do then for Jack. He has a 10-second lead over KJW. He's built that in only 3 laps. And he's just about managed to get the car going again. Still in that 3rd place. KJW though, the gap has probably completely gone. We're on board with Jack now on lap 46. The rain has stopped or eased off at least. They're now back onto intermediate tyres. Silent then 34 seconds now ahead of Jack. And Jack has a big lead over KJW as well. Jack very much on his own as we come then into the Bay Area. Turns 16, 17, 18, 19. Very slippery there. And now he hasn't built up much speed. Oh, he's on the inside wall. And he's got into the other wall and lost his front wing. He's lost his front wing. How much of a gap does he have to KJW? It is quite a big gap. He's definitely lost all hope. Well, he didn't have much hope anyway, but he's really lost all hope now of getting into the top 2 positions. But now it's about, can he get out of the pits? He's just coming into the pit box. Just coming up to it. Just coming in now. Can they change the front wing? Can they change the tyres? And can they get him back out before KJW goes through? The gap is over 45 seconds, so it should be easy to do. Coming down the pit lane now, start at lap 47, and it does very much look like Jack's going to be able to make it out still in that 3rd place. Just got to make sure he doesn't cross the white line. He doesn't want another penalty. He's already had 1 in this Grand Prix for the overtake on Silent under the safety car. And now, still very slippery out there. Still very slippery. So then only 5 laps to go now. Silent has managed to get past Dan later in the group. Oh, Jack's very wide in there. Jack very wide in there indeed. Well, yeah, Silent has managed to get past Dan. And Jack now then, all much on his own. And he's got a penalty for corner cutting. He's got a penalty for corner cutting. And well, now this is a big problem really with 5 laps to go. I mean, he's got enough of a gap over KJ. He's rebuilt that gap since he lost his front wing. The track is dried enough. They are now back onto dry tyres, as you can see there. Jack on the option tyres, coming down the pit lane now. Serve that drive through, serving it immediately. There's 5 laps remaining now. He's just trying to keep it all together really. He's got nothing left to race for, Jack. He's just serving this drive-through penalty, coming out of the pit lane. Again, trying to make sure he doesn't. And third looks like it's going to be his finishing position today now.